Edition of Middays with Mark. Time now for the open house with Hansen Real Estate Group.
It's time for the open house on WHTL.
What are you, some kind of real estate agent?
You're joking, right? I don't joke about real estate.
With the Hansen Real Estate Group.
I never understood why people are so afraid to eat at an open house.
I know. The open house starts right now.
And it does, because it's a Wednesday, and I get to welcome Jamie back into the studio. Good morning.
Good morning, Mark. Great to be here.
Good to have you, and you're dug out, I see.
Yeah, it's the last, we'll call it 72 hours has been interesting for everybody, but it's kind of cool in a way. If Sunday, Monday, if you did a little round where people were helping other people and helping dig out, and, kudos and a little shout out to all the people who plow trucks and the public service people. They worked hard.
I'm really fortunate. I've got a great neighbor, and he knows I'm not supposed to be shoveling snow, and he's got this huge snowblower, and he loves doing it. He's one of those guys that really likes doing it. So he comes over and always has my driveway spotless, and without him, I don't know what I'd do.
I mean, if you took a little poll of random acts of kindness that happened here in the last few days, it's pretty cool, and that's the nice part about living in the heartland here, just to see how people can bond together and work together. Just in my little valley, neighbors were helping neighbors, and it just whatever it took to kind of get the beautiful white snow moved.
Yep, and a big shout out to the road crews, the city, the city employees, the state and the county employees driving those snow plows, and boy, you really got to hand it to them. That's a lot of work and a dangerous job too.
Absolutely. I mean, and Sunday there was, everybody got kind of twisted up there a little bit. I mean, like, holy cow, there's a lot more here than we thought it was. So
a lot of snow, and the wind didn't help either.
No, but and then everybody got kind of buried out and then blew back in. But just a shout out for everybody, and everybody give themselves a little pat on the back for working together and living in a great community.
You and I were talking a little bit too before we went on the air that it's amazing that we're supposed to have our first softball game of the year, I think, next year, and your son plays for Independence this year. I don't know how they're going to do it. You look outside. How's this all going to happen? I mean, this snow could be here a while,
Yeah, it could. That's spring baseball in the state of Wisconsin. We kind of love it. I'm sure Butch and Dave are kind of all fired up to get going with it. But we've been there before. I've seen kids plow to get that in. They do a lot of work to get those fields ready and get stuff going on that. Speaking of that, a new listing that we picked up here on Monday. I'm kind of in the same boat. So, I
was going to ask you that question too. You're talking about a new listing, and of course, the snow impacts everybody's personal life, but it also impacts business. And here you picked up a new listing on Monday. How do you deal with that?
Well, and there was two options. So I had run this by Jake this morning, and I said, well, we could take a picture of the big 6 or 8 foot snowbank,
right,
and kind of make fun of it, because there isn't really too many other options. I mean, obviously pictures and stuff are very important in our world, in the real estate world, to try to portray how beautiful the house is. The other option is we can just hold back a little bit here and kind of wait for the snow to melt back and stuff like that. So, obviously, after we had that conversation, the goal was to let's just wait a few days. Let's try to get some of the snow melted off and then do what we got to do. Because obviously, safety reasons, we want the sidewalks clear, and people can park, and make sure the vents are clean and all of that little fun stuff. So we're on a hold pattern. But if you're looking for a house in Taylor, Wisconsin, we have a new listing that's coming. It's a 3-bedroom, 1-bath, going to be listed for $135,000. So a great buy and a great little city right here in Taylor, Wisconsin. So that one's on the radar. We're just waiting for Mother Nature to do her work. My motto is, if she put it here, she can take it away.
In time, whatever she feels like it.
And then moving on, and I think Jake was in last week, right here on County Road D. I believe it's next week, the 30th. This auction closes houses. This is that 2.7 acres that's selling at auction. It's right off of County Road D, right out of Whitehall here, about 4 or 5 miles out of town. A great little recreational potential building spot, hunting land, lots and lots of possibilities. And I mean, obviously that one's a little snowed in here now too, but the auction's still going to go on. It's going to happen on March 30th. It ends at 6 o'clock. So give us a call on that one. Take a look. But that one's right around the close date here, just about a week away here from that one there.
That looks like a really nice property, too, about almost 3 acres. And that's, that would be a great little parcel for hunting or maybe to build a home on or do whatever you want.
Yeah, and when you like just potential, like a little bit of a wreck property, kind of the all of American dream, just a few acres out of the city of Whitehall. So, so that one, check that one out. Go to our website. We got a lot of maps, information on that one. So, be happy to answer any questions that you do have on that one. Our other listing here, and this one is in Pigeon. That's that 3-bedroom, 2-bath, ranch-style house. Great little property right there in the heart of Pigeon Falls, Wisconsin. That one was reduced to $285,000. It's just a matter of time. I think we were spoiled, with the 70 degrees, and now I think officially after we get through this and a little bit of snowstorm, that one's going to catch on fire here and move relatively quick. But
that's a really pretty house.
It is, and I mean another great little community, Pigeon Falls. Located right in the center of it. A lot of nice options. Got a little outside garage, and there's just a real beautiful house in the town of Pigeon Falls. And then the next one here we want to chat about, Mark, is our rec land. That's located actually right by our office, or located between Independence and Arcadia. It's just over 170 acres.
Wow.
And a very, very unique property, which hunting, if you're in the waterfall, I believe there's over 1.5 miles of river frontage on that property. So, and that borders the Trempealeau River. The sky's kind of the limit on that. And that one's only listed for $7,000 an acre. So, and like I said, that one kind of located right between Independence and Arcadia. Maybe a little bit of a sleeper, but there is some really, really, really good hunting down there.
Now, is that a conventional listing or?
That is, yeah.
Okay.
So conventional. And you can get a hold of us on that one. That one's maybe 30 seconds from our office, so you can bolt right into our office, and you can see it right out I have the executive suite, but right out the window, and you can see that one. So
I'm looking at this picture, and it's, my gosh, it looks like the opportunities are endless. It almost looks like a golf course.
It is. I mean, and like I said, it's kind of a long. So if you're into duck hunting, any kind of fishing. Turkey fishing, deer hunting, trapping. That one's got it all, and maybe a little bit of a sleeper on the quality of deer that is in that property. If you go to our website, there's been some really, really good deer taken on that property. So a lot of good listings, and there's a lot of stuff coming up here too, Mark.
All right. Well, Jamie, I appreciate you coming in, and you can check these out at HansenRealEstateGroup.com, HREGroup.com. We've also got them on our Facebook page, WHCL's Facebook page, and people want to reach you. What's the best way to do that?
Give me a shout, text, or leave me a message on my cell. That'd be 715-797-0802.
All right, Jamie back with Open House here on WHCL. Thank you, Jamie, for coming in.
Great to be here.
All right, next week we'll have another session of Open House here on WHCL with our friends from Hansen Real Estate Group. If you're a dairy nutritionist or in the dairy industry, it's important to know the value of the feed you're producing. When you have your feed and forage tested by Dairyland Laboratories of Arcadia, you will know the protein